Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that gives you a peek inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is my good friend, Andrew. And this week, we have a special guest, a.k.a. the Commissionaire Extraordinaire, Donnie. And Donnie is going to be helping us break down his favorite division, which is the NFC West. And for those that don't know, that is your Cardinals, Rams, 49ers, and your Dirty Seabirds, for those that care. It is Wednesday night, July 29th. Oh, halfway through the summer, boys. Andrew, how you doing?
Good. We're a week away from the first game.
Is it next week?
Yes, next Thursday. It's the Hall of Fame game.
Nice.
And then the following Thursday is the first week of preseason.
Look at that. August 2nd, 6 p.m. Woo. Donnie, how are you doing, buddy?
Oh, excellent, man.
This might sound weird, but do you guys even get summer? Is it just always summer there?
It seems like it. Summer is just brutally hot. It's triple digits right now. It should be triple digits for the next
Wow.
That's
couple
hot.
weeks. So, I mean, that's why I love working nights, dude. I just stay in the AC all day.
Yeah, I could not. I couldn't imagine doing what you guys do in the middle of the day, because you're adding all the vehicles and stuff too, which is going to increase the heat
Ambient
value.
heat.
Yeah, that would just be brutal.
Yeah, I'm just in my office. Well, I call it my office. It's the cab of my sweeper. With the AC full blast, dude. Sometimes I gotta put a sweater on. It's so cold in there.
Oh,
Are you for real?
well, I'm sure.
Jeez.
But do you turn off the air conditioning when you're chasing guys down?
Oh man.
Yeah. Cleaning up the streets of. Hang on.
You got it.
Oh. I'm going to get this wrong here. I'm
Give me
totally
one
doing
pass. Starts with a B.
Bakersfield?
Yes,
Bakersfield. That's it.
sir. Yes.
I was thinking the mean streets of Connecticut. I realized it's on the other side of the country. That is nowhere near where you were working. I don't think it's in
That's a long
California.
commute.
It's the farm team, the Oilers down there. Like, what's the name of this? Yeah, tip of the tongue.
Definitely a lot cooler in Connecticut right now. I'll tell you that.
I bet. Okay. Let's talk some news. I'm going to rattle this stuff off, and I want to get you guys to give me your thoughts and opinions on it. And mainly, it's just some news about injuries and contracts. First up, we've got quarterback Jacoby Brissett has finally agreed to terms. He's going to get paid as a pseudo starter, not as a full starter, but he's going to get paid enough money to be the starter and get his head bashed in as the quarterback for the Cardinals. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has been fully cleared for training camp, so we should be able to expect him to play week 1, which is good news if you're a KC fan or an owner of Patrick Mahomes.
Thank you.
Daniel Jones has been cleared for training camp, probably one of the fastest recoveries from an Achilles injury, I think, in history. We'll see if he plays week 1. Quarterback Baker Mayfield will play out the last year of his contract, try to negotiate for a new deal. Apparently, contract negotiations have not gone well with the team. Then wide receiver Malik Neighbors is expected to play week 1 and avoid the PUP, which I think is big news. And then tight end Tucker Kraft is expected to play week 1 and avoid the PUP. And if anybody cares, wide receiver Tank Dell is cleared to practice in off-season training camps, but no word if he will make the roster or make week 1 healthy. All right. Let's start with Donnie. Donnie, you got any comments about any of that news?
Just the Achilles thing, man. It seems like people are just recovering quicker and quicker these days.
Do you think science, like medical science and surgical practices, has improved because of the demand of getting some of these athletes back on the field and functional?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I imagine like an ACL tear 15 years ago was just like brutal. But now it seems like they recover quickly from that. It's just everything's getting better, man.
So, who was the most significant Achilles tear we can think of? Would that have been Kirk Cousins first, and then the year after would have been Rodgers? Is that right?
There's got to be one before Kirk Cousins that was big.
Because I can think,
didn't
Kirk
McCaffrey
Cousins
have one?
No,
he had a scare. He had a scare.
Yeah. He had tight calves or something. Everything was freezing up. Yeah, I think in my mind, I remember when Kirk Cousins had his, and it was going to be essentially a 2-year return. And he came back partway through the second year, right? So it was a year and a bit. And he was just not as mobile as he once was. And I get it. Like, it takes time. And then Rodgers busted his week 1, game 1, 10 minutes in. And then he came back the following year. And I was playing, not Rodgers, like peak Rodgers, but playing. So now, like, I don't know, maybe things have improved where they're able to get these guys back up and running and playing again.
But you think, like with Daniel Jones, this was at the end of the year last year, so it's not going to be a full year. I mean, he had crappy mobility to begin with.
Yeah.
So to me, I think they're crazy to have him start week 1. I would say probably week 2 or 3, maybe even 4. I'd get somebody else in there. If they're winning, let the other guy go. Let the other guy keep going. But why would you risk throwing him in so early to get those early wins? And if he gets banged up again and he's gone for the year, there's your season 2 years in a row. Because
if not longer, because you just paid the guy to be there for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. And that's what tanked their season last year. Like they were on pace to win the division. And when he went down, the whole team disappeared.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about Daniel Jones coming back than I am Patrick Mahomes. Like, Patrick Mahomes didn't have Achilles; he had a knee injury, right? Yeah.
Well, then Daniel Jones also broke his leg, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he had 2 injuries.
Well, did he get that Alex Smith spiral fracture?
Because he was playing through like a broken leg. Remember they made him like a special cast to wear to play, and then he tore his Achilles like a week later. He was trying to play through something. I think that's what caused the Achilles. He was just putting too much weight on it, favoring it. You know what I mean?
Okay. The injury suffered a ruptured right Achilles tendon and a broken bone in his left leg on December 7th, 2025, during a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He had surgery on December 9th. So 2 days later, rehabilitation progressed rapidly through individual drills and 7-on-7. Current status, fully cleared and participating in 11-on-11 as of July 29th. And then there's a little video of him playing. Okay, so if this is true, right, and it's the internet, so we'll take it with the greatest salt, but ESPN is reporting that he is active. If he's practicing, do you think they would take the approach of, let's just let him run through 11-on-11 drills. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can do this. Let's put him into week 3 of our preseason. Let him get some field reps, and then we'll judge and decide if he's week 1 worthy or not. Right? That would be my thinking, is I would want him week 1, but I want him 1 through 17.
Yes. But here's the thing, though. Like, he's cleared for practice. So fine, run around, whatever. He could be covered in a bubble. And the rule on the field is going to be, you don't even touch the guy's jersey. You don't touch his shoulder pads. You don't touch his. No, that's Donnie.
That's okay. He'll come back.
You don't even touch his butt to slap him on the ass to say good pass. You don't. None of that. And like you said, just keep reevaluating. I wouldn't even put him in a preseason game.
Okay, look, man, I'm a big believer that you need reps and you need to get football ready. Guys that, one, don't practice, and two, don't get any touches in preseason are super slow starters.
Yeah, no, I
the
agree
beginning
with
of
you.
real football.
I
So
fully agree with you. To me, I think all starters should be playing all preseason games. Period.
I want to know. Okay, to me, your starters play week 3, not week 1 and 2. Those are the dudes you're trying to like see. Are you making my roster or am I cutting you? Am I putting you on the practice squad? What are you? That's week 1 and 2. Week 3, I want all my starters in that game playing, touching, getting reps, getting hit. And if Daniel Jones gets hurt, let it be in week 3 of the preseason before the season starts, so I have time to pivot and maybe get him back at the last half of the season. Like let's push the envelope. Let's see what we got, and then if he's good to go, let's run with it. All right. Anything else that came up in the news? Any other injuries or contract stuff?
Zach Charbonnet, talking about the NFC West. He's saying he could play week 1. I don't know how realistic that would be. They also said they want to take it slow with him, but
that's really?
It's killing my.
So he's torn ACL injury update. Let's see what Yahoo Sports has got. He's actually on the PUP as of right now to start camp. That may not be the case for long. Charbonnet says he'd be ready to go for the team's season opener on September 9th against the Patriots. There are a couple of guys returning from injury worth watching. Zach Charbonnet's readiness for week 1 looms as a potential close call, and the Seahawks are going to be smart with him in hopes that he gets his best. Get his best when it matters most.
They can't afford to lose him again to another injury because Walker is gone.
Yeah, they drafted a first-round rookie. And I do think they're going to ground and pound with like these two running backs. I would think if he comes back, he wouldn't get a lot of work. I think that would be a ease him in. Let's not push it. Let's see what the rookie can do for as long as we can until Charbonnet is really good to go. All right. I'm excited for Tucker Kraft now that the wide receiver room in Green Bay has kind of cleaned itself up a bit. Tucker Kraft was on a breakout season before the injury, so I'm really hopeful that he's able to recapture that. Still suck as a team. May they lose every game, but may Tucker Kraft still be somewhat fantasy relevant for us and bolster up the tight end room and options for everyone who plays fantasy.
Yeah, I love me some Tucker Kraft this year.
Okay. Donnie, Malik Neighbors. I believe you own Malik Neighbors in a few places. How confident are you that you're going to get your money's worth out of him this season?
Well, in the places I do own him, I am rebuilding. So doing a quick rebuild. So that's my confidence level with him.
Okay. So you're not looking for a championship. So you got time for him to sit.
Yeah. And dude, I think that's a guy that they should rest up and let him get fully healthy before trying to bring him back.
It was a nasty injury. If you're still not ready after all that time, there's a good chance that you probably should take some extra time.
Yeah. Setback after setback. It sucks because he's a great wide receiver. And you hate to see that. And it's just like, hopefully he can get over this injury bug he got going on and actually show us his true talent.
Okay. Well, that's it for news. Let's get into breaking down this division. We're going to start off by looking at the division record from last year, which topped out with the Seahawks going 14-3, the Rams 12-5, the 49ers 12-5, and then the lowly Cardinals at 3-14. Extremely tough division. I don't know how much is going to change year to year. So let's break that down. Donnie, you've already entered in your divisional breakdown records. Can we start with you and then throw in Andrew and I throw in our thoughts after?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so your number one team is the Rams. Honest pick or homer pick? Or a little bit of both.
Both, I guess. But I mean, just them adding Myles Garrett, the looming, suggestion that AD should have come back.
That's a scary thought, man.
Yeah.
Even if he's half as good as he was, that's still scary.
Yeah, and then last year the Rams' main weakness was cornerbacks, and they went out and grabbed 2 cornerbacks from the Kansas City Chiefs. One in which, if you look it up, he's a top 5 cornerback in the whole league. And dude, they hardly blitz. They're not going to need to blitz with Myles Garrett and the rest of the young guys on that line. And one thing that I love about the Rams is, like the Lions, they'll keep putting it on you. They're not going to get a lead and then just try to just waste the game away. They didn't keep going. They didn't keep.
Yeah, they're not going to take their
up.
foot off their throat once you get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I just think they're just going to be dominant this year.
All right. Well, you have them going 15-2. That's an impressive record. Do you think the 2 losses come from inside this division?
Most likely.
Most likely. Okay.
I feel like every year they give one to the 49ers, and then they lose an easy one, whether it's Seattle, which would be a tough one, or they'll lose a silly game like how they lost to the Falcons last year. And you're just like, what the heck are you guys doing?
All right. Okay, next up, you got the Seahawks going 11-6. Obviously, they're still going to be a pretty stout offense and defense. Then you got the 49ers going 10-7, and the Cardinals 5-12. So you think the Cardinals pick up 2 extra wins this year?
Yeah, man. Just look at the players on offense, anyways. They have a lot of good guys, man. I think they'll put something together and surprise. All you hear is the Cardinals they do have a horrible schedule, but still, they have a new coach. They do have a new coach, right?
They have a new offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator. And dude, like, so they added Love, even though I don't know how much he's going to play. Marvin Harrison, maybe he does something. Michael Wilson, he's solid. McBride, Brissett, did they have him the whole year? He got his deal done. So I think they'll sneak out a couple more wins this year.
Okay. All right, Andrew, who do you got winning the division? You're muted, buddy.
Sorry. I got the Rams going 13-4.
Oh. That was my pick, 13-4 for the Rams winning the division. So, okay.
I think they're, like Donnie said, on defense, they've gotten a lot better. I think everything is going to hinge on the offense is Stafford.
Yeah.
If Stafford's healthy, if his back is truly back to normal, then he should be able to repeat what he did last year.
I bet the Rams this year play the 2 running back game far more than they do the passing game. I think they do the 1-2 punch with Blake Corum and Kyron Williams, and they focus on getting their 2 tight ends on the field as extra blockers, and they hit Puka. Puka's probably still solid, right? No issues there, but I don't think they do the Devontae Adams in the end zone as much. I don't think they target any other wide receivers as much. But they run that ball really, really well with those 2 guys.
I definitely see that.
Yeah.
I could see Corum taking a bite out of some people's touches.
Yeah.
Just because he runs so hard.
He ran great for them last year. They were on pace to have 2 running backs that could have been over 1,000 yards apiece. All right. Next up, Donnie, your pick was the Seahawks. I got to go Seahawks as well, but I'm going to have them on your toes. I'm going 12-3. Nope.
I got them at 11-6.
The reason why I dropped them down a bit is they lost some defensive players and also Kubiak.
They did,
man. And dude, he's such a badass that I think they really did fill his loss and drop a couple games because of it.
I'm putting them in the category, and I talked about it the last few weeks, of Denver, of New England. Those teams surprised people last year, and other teams are going to figure out how to defend against them. So I think they're going to have a harder time. Plus, them being the Super Bowl
champs,
it's always hard. They're going to have a harder schedule.
Okay.
So
schedule, not much harder at all by degree of difficulty based upon last year's schedule.
Oh, okay.
But
I think teams will now start to figure out or pay a little bit more attention to them. A, because
Be more
of the
serious.
champs,
Yeah.
but B, because they weren't expecting them last year to come out of nowhere and be beating people.
Okay. All right. 49ers, obviously, I think become in next for everybody. I got the 49ers going 11-6. And to me, it's going to come down to Kittle. If Kittle's healthy and on the field, they might edge out some more wins. I think Brock Purdy, CMC, good. Mike Evans, I think, will be great for the team. Ricky Pearsall will help out. But it'll come down to Kittle. If Kittle's on the field and healthy, I think this team has a chance to achieve double-digit wins. That's it.
No,
See, like I'm
9-8.
9-8. Okay.
it's just that team, man. Yeah, I don't like the 49ers at all, but straight from a non-biased point of view, dude. So they got Evans. He's old. He's always dealing with the hamstring injury. Christian McCaffrey, when he's healthy, he's great. That dude, I feel like, is injured every other year.
This is the year then.
This is the year, I feel like. And then Kittle, he's coming off his injury, and then even Kyle Shanahan's injured right now.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, that's true.
Like,
okay.
That team can't catch a break at all with their injury situation. I just saw they lost a defensive lineman for the season. I can't remember what
they
his
went
name
12-5 with all the crap they went through last year.
Yeah,
I think they can etch it out 11-6. But okay, you're Andrew, you're 9-8. Donnie, you're 10-7. Cardinals, Donnie, you went 5-12, and to me, that's an aggressive return to the win column. I'm going 4-13. I'll give them one extra win.
That's
we're
right.
close.
That's where I got it.
Yeah, that's what you are. Yeah,
Yeah. I think with the Cardinals, yes, they signed the quarterback to a contract, but still the quarterback role there is still questionable.
it's a 1 year deal.
The running back room seems to be questionable.
No, they got so many assets.
No, but that's what I mean, right?
Room.
Like who is their running back? Really, like that. This team really doesn't have an identity. You don't have any one person that's like, hey guys, rally around me, and I'm gonna carry the team on my back. And like in San Francisco, it's almost like it's CMC. If he doesn't do it, the team poops the bed. In with the Rams, if Stafford is on his game, the team is great because everybody else steps up. When Stafford maybe is hurting and stuff, the team doesn't. They kind of the air comes out of the sails, right?
Except they got a defense that can now carry that team.
Yes, they do now. But what I'm saying though, like with the Cardinals, they don't have that one spark. And I think they were all thinking it was going to be Junior. Oh, my dad was a pro winning Super Bowls. I'm going to come in and I'm going to be the next greatest wide receiver in the world. And he's just meh.
Yeah, he dropped a wide open pass today. Come on, Marv.
Well, there was a good highlight of him dropping stuff.
Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Great.
Like there's nobody on that team that sparks.
Michael Wilson, all pro right there, buddy.
Okay.
Especially with Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but that running back room is a mess.
It is.
Dude, I like Jeremiah Love, such a talented player, but I feel like it's going to be the same thing that happened with Bijan when he came out. Everybody hyped up, everybody loved him, and it's Tyler Algier that got all the work.
Exactly.
It's going to be ridiculous. And then they still have James Conner.
Yes.
That's right.
So
they got too many running backs.
Who has busted his butt for the team for so many years.
Yeah.
And then to get disrespected by them bringing in other guys to...
Yeah, they signed Algier to a solid deal, like starter money. And like, oh, let's you know what? We're weak at defense, but hey, let's just draft a badass running back.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. You're not even, if you're a team that's going to compete, yeah, okay. Well, you should be working on offensive line, defense. I don't get that team, man.
Maybe this is how they deal with their problems for next year, right? They show off some of the talents that they got so they can go land themselves a good quarterback in the rookie draft next year and start building the ground up with weapons already in place.
Yeah.
It's like, what else are you going to do with the first overall pick next year? Which is what they're gunning for, it looks like.
Who knows? Maybe Carson Beck will be the man midway through the season when they throw him in there.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
So I guess let's talk about it. Let's talk about the rosters, starting with the Cardinals. Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett, Tyler Algier, James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Trey McBride. Those are all respectable names, except for Jacoby Brissett, unless you're in, super flex and you need that extra quarterback. Happy to go here. Jeremiah Love, first round, 5th overall pick. Carson Beck in the 3rd round, and then a wide receiver, Reggie Virgil in round 5. Poor guy's never going to get a shot.
No.
So
the only thing that screams out at me at this offense that I would want on my fantasy roster is McBride. And even then, I worry about it because are they going to run him into the ground and get him hurt?
No,
well, I mean, Michael Wilson is sneaky with how late he's going. He was actually really good last year.
This team produced fantasy points. This team didn't have a running back. Connor went down, and all the backups kept rotating injuries. So
it was horrible.
It was
horrible. Whatever his name is. It was brutal.
They had to pass the ball. So Andrew, from that point of view, you're probably right. If they can't run the ball, they're going to pass a lot. And Jacoby Brissett targeted Michael Wilson and Trey McBride, occasionally Marvin Harrison. If that's the case, great. Michael Wilson will do great things for us. Trey McBride will do great things for us. But if you've got 3 capable running backs, I'm concerned that the passing isn't going to be there.
No, but what's good with 3 good capable running backs if they be down by 2 touchdowns in the first quarter? Do they have to pass it?
Yeah.
That defense isn't stopping anybody.
Also true. So I'm hoping that's the case. All right, let's move up the food chain. We talked about San Francisco, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Mike Evans, Ricky Pearsall. George Kittle, rookie round 2 pick, DeJon Stribling, and then running back Kalen Black, round 3.
Stribling's getting a lot of buzz.
It was a shocker of a pick when they made that selection. I hope this kid doesn't falter because I'm sure he's under a lot of scrutiny by analysts and pundits alike.
Well, it came out recently that he was actually the number 1 wide receiver for multiple teams, including the Rams. They had him as their wide receiver 1.
Really?
So,
I mean, it could be a situation in San Francisco where their wide receivers keep getting hurt the last few years. So this kid could climb to number 1 before the end of the year.
Yeah, and with him, he's a really good blocker, and that's teams like San Francisco, LA. They want that guy that can block, man. They want that
downfield.
Guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Be a team player.
That's probably why he's number 1, dude, on their board, anyways.
Okay.
But you're right with the injuries. Ricky Pearsall, I love Ricky Pearsall. When he's on the field, dude, he's dynamic, elite, puts up good numbers. But dude, that guy just always gets hurt, man.
Well, and Mike Evans, like you said earlier, with his hamstrings.
Yeah.
Is it him though, or is it the team? Now, Mike Evans we know he's injury prone. That was just a Mike Evans thing. But this team overall just has massive injury issues. Like they're too close to the electrical power plant, and they're getting some bad energy coming in. Or maybe there's like an old sea curse that just haunts them by the bay. But these guys just can't stay healthy. And I think we all made jokes, or the internet made jokes about Christian McCaffrey sucking the life out of his teammates because he's the only one who stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
he brought that bad mojo onto the team with him because he was always hurt in Carolina.
Okay, so there's points to be had here, fantasy points to go around if guys are healthy and on the field.
Yeah. I think the best. Well, I'll talk about it later. Never mind.
Okay. Let's talk Rams. So aging Matt Stafford, but they addressed that in the draft. They drafted in the first round quarterback Ty Simpson. Donnie, as our resident Rams fan, what have you heard about Ty Simpson?
Ty Simpson's looking good. He's At least the reps that he's taken in camp, he's looking good. Hopefully we don't have to see him for a year or two, so he can really take that time to develop and learn from Matt Stafford.
Maybe those fourth quarter closing out the games. You've already got the win. Now you're just getting the kids some reps.
Yeah, I'm excited for preseason to see what he got. CJ Daniels, the wide receiver they drafted later in the draft, he's getting a lot of buzz right now. He's looking great.
Really?
And let's not forget, Puka Nacua was a 5th round pick, you know?
It was late round. Okay, so wide receiver CJ Daniels from round 6. What about tight end Max Clare in round 2? Is this a new blocking tight end? What's the scoop here?
You know what? So if you noticed last year, the Rams just went to heavy tight end sets, and just looks like a lot of the league is doing that. I just think they just wanted to bolster that room, man, and develop. I don't see Max Clare getting a lot of playing time. Colby Parkinson is sneaky good. He's a great blocker. Capable receiver. Higbee, he's gonna get hurt by week 3, but when he's healthy, he's the number 1 tight end. And then you still got Terrence Ferguson there. So I think Max Clare was more of a developmental player for him, even though he was pretty good in college. I believe they just want him to be in the wings, learning the system. Tight end, let's not forget, is a really hard position to get down. So
okay.
I think they just want to just keep building that room, so in the future they just don't lose a step, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to see more Rams 2 tight end sets.
For sure.
You think this year? Okay.
For sure.
Which I think is going to just bolster the running game even more. Because if you got that extra blocker in there for the running back, those guys should feast.
Yeah, no, for sure. And dude, their tight ends are solid blockers, man. They're animals. They're looking to knock people on their butt.
Where I think it might really help, because Blake Corum was good in Michigan catching the ball out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a pitch out, a sweep or a pitch out or whatever, you get a tight end and an offensive lineman going out and getting in front of him. That could really help as well there.
Oh yeah, he's electric.
I do expect some big things watching the Rams play football this year.
Yes, they could be really exciting to watch. A few years ago, they were kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this year they're a team that I would want to sit down and watch the game just to see, can they put up 40? Can they put up 50?
Yeah.
Can they only give up 5? Can it
yeah. Well, then Adams last year, him and Stafford, they didn't have a connection at all. And I think another full training camp with him and Stafford is really to help develop their connection. So I would look for him to be more than just a goal line.
Adams might have more touchdowns than yards, though.
You know what? It still makes him fantasy relevant.
Yes, it does.
True. Yeah.
Okay. Last team to talk about here, we got the Seahawks, reigning Super Bowl champions. Sam Darnold off of an impressive season. Zach Charbonnet coming back from injury. Jackson Smith-Njigba, who was an absolute godsend at the wide receiver position. Wide receiver Rashid Shaheed, who didn't make any impact on the field as a wide receiver, but was on special teams scoring touchdowns.
He came so late now with now with another. Well, he didn't even have a training camp with them. So now with the full training camp, he's
so
also
hopefully he gets.
To be sneaky.
I would love to see him become the second target and be relevant. I think the kid is talented. I thought he was fantastic down in New Orleans, and getting traded midseason, not being able to contribute as a wide receiver, but he found his mark as a special team or kick returner. Like that kid, it was awesome. So I'm glad that he's sticking around. He's going to make some stuff happen. And then tight end AJ Barner, I think he's the tight end. He's listed as the tight end to have.
Yeah, he's their tight end, dude. So I only watched 2 games of the Seattle Seahawks last year, and obviously it was the games they played the Rams. And AJ Barner lit the Rams up both games, man. I don't know what it is, but that guy's pretty good.
Okay. So they drafted Jadarian Price round 1 as the replacement for Kenneth Walker, and then wide receiver Emmanuel Henderson Jr. in round 6.
I love me some Jadarian Price. As you can tell by I try to get him in every dynasty league I'm in. His first round running back. That guy, I think he's going to be electric.
On a good team, yeah.
That wants to run the ball.
And he's probably going to be starter week 1.
I imagine so. I hope so. Don't let Zach Charbonnet on the field week 1 or 2. Let him come back slowly. Don't rush him.
Yeah, because who's behind him? Helani and Wilson played for the Packers.
Emmanuel Wilson, yeah. Who wasn't bad for the Packers? He was a decent backup.
He was fine, but he's
a backup.
He's just a jag. He's just a guy.
Okay. Now that we've talked about all this awesome talent, now we get to pick our 5 best fantasy assets to make our lineup. So quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and flex.
Well, out of all of this, there's only one player that's different.
Really? Okay, that makes sense. I'm going Stafford. I'm not going Brissett. I'm not going Purdy. And I sure as heck I'm not picking Sam Darnold. Donnie, you pick Stafford. Andrew, who'd you pick?
I got Purdy.
Really? This is where you're going to go different. You're going to go Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Because I think, especially if CMC can't play the whole year, they're going to have to throw the ball.
Does that mean you don't pick CMC as your running back?
No, I have him as my running back.
Yeah, okay. Because you don't want to miss out on what CMC can do if he does play.
Because he can still catch out of the backfield, too.
Yeah, okay.
He does better, actually. The last couple of years, he's done better catching than he has running, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so we all go Christian McCaffrey. Just for argument's sake, is there another running back that you guys would have considered?
I did. I typed Kyron Williams first, and then I was like, Donnie, that's a homer pick. So I deleted it.
I would argue Kyron Williams, except Blake Corum is there, and I don't think Blake Corum sits enough to make Kyron Williams a true RB1. I think Kyron Williams and Blake Corum are going to be fighting. If you combine them together, they're probably top 5. But because there's 2 of them, they're going to be split.
Yeah, it's just every year, dude, somebody's there, and every analysis, Kyron Williams will lose the job this year, and Kyron Williams ends up being the top 7 back.
He's good. He isn't like he's...
McVay loves the guy, man. He doesn't miss a play. I was just watching a video today of him and Myles Garrett talking. He laid Myles Garrett on his ass 2 seasons ago, dude.
Oh, 2 seasons ago. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying they capped to this year.
No. It was 2 seasons ago, and it's a video of Myles Garrett walks up to Kyron and he says, I don't think I forgot. He's like, I remember that.
Okay, yeah. It's probably a handful of times it's ever happened. So, yeah, that's an easy thing to remember. All right, wide receiver. We're all going Puka, right? Any arguments here?
No, it's just you could have put JSN and put Puka in the flex. It would have been no different.
Right. And then McBride, anybody have any argument for anybody else here at tight end?
No.
No, okay. And then JSN, obviously, as you mentioned, you could put JSN in the flex or as your wide receiver and then Puka in the flex. But I can't think of another guy that I would even consider.
Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry with this division, I say.
I think the only other guy that I would have considered on this list, but his injuries concern me, is Kittle.
Okay.
Kittle, Kittle, 3 years ago, Kittle. Yeah, man.
A full season of a healthy Kittle? Yeah, that could be really good. I don't think we get a full season of healthy Kittle, as much as I like George Kittle.
Yeah.
He plays too much like the goofball for the Giants to run back there.
He's like Cam Scatterbo of the tight ends.
Yeah.
Puka plays the same way too. It scares the hell out of me every time I watch him. I'm like, just go down, man.
Yeah, don't drop your head and try and take somebody out.
It's like, remember Tyler Lockett? That dude would catch the ball and just go down.
Yeah. He had a long career. Made some good money.
Solid guy right there.
Okay. Well, that does bring us to the end of this episode. Donnie, we greatly appreciate you being on the show, making time out of your busy schedule before you got to go and clean up the dirty streets of Bakersfield.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any thoughts to changes to the league this year? Anything coming up? Anything happening you wanna address or talk about? Plant the seed for?
You know what? I can't think of anything, dude. I can't think of anything, man. Not for this league, anyways. I think everybody's happy, and yeah, it's going smooth. So,
Well, I think everybody but Chervin is happy.
He's
And
still
what-
happy.
Well, I hope he's happy because he's last place. He's about to get
I was last place.
And hey, you're still with us, but you're on a podcast and you're kind of like tied to this, so you can't
yeah,
just
you're
walk
locked
away.
in, buddy.
Yeah,
You're stuck.
but Chervin hasn't been given his new funny name yet. That's going to be coming up here in the coming weeks. Yeah. So Ryan, slick. Looking forward to seeing what you've put together for our friend Chervin.
Oh man. We'll see. I just want to say I'm making a run this year, dude. I like my team. I feel like I got the ammo. So
You
I'm
think-
gonna come
okay.
out firing.
Because you did go from bottom to champion to middle of the pack.
Yes.
So this is you're going to try and push to get back on top this year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think my window is getting narrowly close. I got a lot of aging dudes. Yeah, I'm no longer champion. I should probably change. I can see that I still have the champion trophies in my name. I should probably go and stop disrespecting Slick and take that out of my title.
Yeah, man. Maybe stop living in the past, buddy.
Yeah, gotta live for the now. Considering I'm playing 2 tight ends in my flex spots, I should be pretty concerned about my roster. Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, you're just following the league, man. That's all you're doing.
Oh,
That's
see, here's the thing though. Maybe I have to make a run at it so that I can pick your name for next year.
Ooh,
Wouldn't that be great? Mm-hmm. Hey, it was a sweet year, man. It played out quite nicely for the show. I won. You lost. I got to name you Yoda Clown.
Yes.
And hey, you've only got another month, man, and then that name comes off and you have to go back to being Andrew again.
I'm gonna miss that name. I think it's
I'm leaving it. I like it.
All right. Hey, this is how you can't bully someone if they just accept everything that you do. They just
Agreed.
that's how you beat a bully. You just accept it. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tonight. Enjoy the rest of your week, Donnie, especially with all the heat you got going on. We are waterlogged and rainy, so we're battling that. Guys, next week when we get back together, we're going to do another divisional breakdown inside the NFC. I will let you guys all know, see if we can get somebody back on the show to help us round out this season. And from one poor man to another, remember, if it's not fun, it is not worth doing. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Have a great week, everybody.